Hello boys and girls, today we're going to be talking about how 2018 was Roman Reigns' worst year in WWE. So let's go back to Elimination Chamber of 2018. The winner of this match will go on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania for the Universal Championship. And the big takeaway from this match was that Braun Strowman absolutely dominated. He absolutely demolished and eliminated everyone in his path except for Roman Reigns, of course. The one guy that the majority of the fans did not want to see win won. He would put a stop to Braun Strowman and he would be the one to go on to face Brock at WrestleMania. So let's talk about WrestleMania 34. It was Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns in the main event for the second time in history. And that wasn't even the last time they would main event WrestleMania. So this was two guys that nobody wanted to see in the world title picture battling for a world title in the main event of WrestleMania. Everyone was just tired of Brock Lesnar holding the Universal title hostage, but the one guy that the fans also didn't want as champion was Roman Reigns. So why did they put them both in the main event of WrestleMania? I don't know. I guess they were trying to push Roman, but then apparently they weren't because Roman Reigns lost. He literally lost the main event of WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar retained the title. This was so bizarre. As a fan, I'm thinking, alright, they're clearly trying to push Roman Reigns, so why aren't they pulling the trigger on him? You know, it's WrestleMania. If he would win the world title in the main event of WrestleMania, that would automatically push him to the top. But no, Brock Lesnar beat him and retained. Big plot twist, I'll give him that. So then we move to the greatest Royal Rumble event, where we had to have a rematch with Brock and Roman, but this time it was inside a steel cage match. So once again we're thinking, alright, it's finally time, they're going to pull the trigger on Roman, it's time for him to win the title, he's going to be the next champion, let's do this. So how does the match end? Well, Roman Reigns spears Brock Lesnar through the cage wall, the wall completely yoinks off, and both men collide on the ground. But because apparently Brock hit the ground first, he retained the championship. Which technically is a bit wrong, because Roman was the first guy to touch the ground. Brock was the first to touch the steel, but he already was touching it when it broke. Like, he landed on the steel. Roman landed on the steel as well, but then went to the ground, so he should have won. No? So Brock retained once again, and what did he do? He left WWE. Yes, a world champion left WWE for a while, and we were again having to deal with this hostage situation with the Universal Championship. So since Brock was out of the picture, who was next for Roman Reigns? Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal. So they had their match at Money in the Bank, and I guess WWE were thinking that the fans would cheer for Roman since Jinder is a big time heel. But no, the fans booed the hell out of both of them, had some very creative chants, and that match was pretty famous for the crowd. So then we moved to Extreme Rules, where Roman had a match with Bobby Lashley. But what happened in this match? Bobby Lashley pinned Roman Reigns clean in the middle of the ring. This made us think that Bobby would go on to face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam for the Universal title, which would have been just incredible. That was already a dream match at the time, so the fact that it was pretty much becoming a reality was so exciting. But then what happened? I can't even take it seriously. But guess what happens the next night on Raw? Roman and Bobby have a #1 contenders match to see who would face Brock at SummerSlam, and Roman Reigns won. So Bobby Lashley beat Roman Reigns the night before at Extreme Rules. That would make everyone think that he's going to be the next guy to face Brock, but then Roman Reigns beats him the next night, and it's like, there you go. You've won the #1 contenders match, so it's Roman versus Brock. Again, another big event, SummerSlam. Like, I don't... And this is also just reminding me of 2022, because they did the exact same thing just last year. They had Roman versus Brock in the main event of WrestleMania, and then ran it back at SummerSlam in the main event once again. I will never understand this whole obsession with this rivalry. But luckily for Roman, he finally got his only good moment from 2018, and he won the Universal Championship. He beat Brock Lesnar in the main event of SummerSlam, but stretching his feud from WrestleMania to SummerSlam was just super unnecessary. He should have won at WrestleMania and then had a plethora of title defenses in that time, but oh well. So then things get a little bit exciting because we have a new champion and we're going to Hell in a Cell, where Roman Reigns would have his first title defense, and this was against Braun Strowman, who was actually cashing in Money in the Bank. So how does this match end? Well, Brock Lesnar makes a return, comes out, attacks them both, and because he beat up both competitors, the match ends in a no contest. A Hell in a Cell match ends in a no contest. So I hope you see why this was just a crap year for Roman. It was mainly because of WWE's booking decisions, and also the fact that Roman Reigns was hated by the majority of the fans. And then to top it all off, soon after this, Roman Reigns had to relinquish the Universal Championship because obviously his leukemia came back and he had to deal with that, which he did thankfully. But that was it for 2018. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you make of 2018 for Roman Reigns? Is it as bad as I'm making it out to be? Because I think it is. I think it is. It's nostalgical in a weird way. I guess because I was watching at the time and I was invested. But it was still bad. Very, very bad.